Welcome to the Totally Awesome Fishing Show. In this case, it is a non-fishing one because I've been rummaging through the terabytes, the vast terabytes on my various hard drives, deleting. And now, as soon as I make a film, it's published on YouTube, I delete it. I can't be bothered to save it. Why would I keep saving it, you know? Few I do if they're interesting pictures. Anyway, I do like going for my walks in the countryside. The camera generally goes with me because you never know what you're going to photograph. So here's a few clips I've put together. It really is actually what I'm generally doing. That's what I'm generally doing. I'm taking the camera with me a little bit more, but I'm doing these jobs. You guys seem to enjoy them. It is, for me, normality. Sit back, enjoy. It's 20 minutes out of your time. It might just help you relax. Well, got the bonfire going over there. I've been wanting to get rid of that pampas grass for some time. In fact, I can feel the wind picking up. I get up slightly earlier than the daughter, who's still residing in bed. I suppose she's waiting for television to start, I don't know. And before it gets too windy, I wanted to burn the last off of that pampas grass. Let's move this camera around this side. In fact, let's go in the tackle shack. That's better. Gets a bit echoey in here, I know it does. Oh. Chilly, it's cold. Well, I went out and did my deer stalking on a bike film. I really enjoyed it. It's my 1 hour of freedom. That was good, I enjoyed that. Listen, the weather's good, don't get me wrong people, the weather's good. It's going to change. It's talking about wind, rain, snow coming in for the weekend, by which time I'll have probably had this film. No, I won't put it up. I think I'll probably put it up later. I might put it up next week. I'll see how I feel. I really will see how I feel. I enjoy doing them and you guys seem to like watching them, but I've got to try and turn my life around and change from fishing to just general outdoor stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I am a workaholic. You probably gathered that somewhere, that I just can't sit still or have to do something. I figure I've got to get something out the day. I've got to. It's a film, it's a job. Mowing the lawn, wash the car. Well, that's another one. I've got 3 cars now to wash. Not my 3, I don't have 3 cars, just my old banger. No, sorry, I'm not talking about the wife. Sorry, darling. No, not that old banger. My car, wife's car, daughter's car. So we'll probably do that. My ones I just use as a workhorse. That's why I have estate cars. I think they call them shooting brakes, do they, in America? Now it's all SUV, a sport utility vehicle. You have to have an enormous one. And of course you have to have 4-wheel drive. You never know when you'll want to get up a 4-inch curb to pull 2 feet off the road into a housing estate, do you? You see them, they're all around the place. You know, I live on the edge of the country and I don't find a need for one myself. Show you guys another bit of countryside which you like, and listen, we've got the weather for it. Trust me, when it's wind and rain, I'm going to be in the Totally Awesome workshop doing something, maybe in here, doing some tackle. But I've cut down loads and loads of our pampas grasses. Now those pampas grasses, we have loads here. And I propagate them, I split them, wait for this, I dig them up and I split them with a big, huge log splitting axe. It's not pretty, it's not garden land, you know, but it works. I split them down, break the roots apart, about this time of year actually, springtime. once they finish sending up those plumes of sort of flower head seeds or whatever, they'll split them apart and replant them. And I've done it for a long time. So from, I think, 8 small plants like this from the garden centre, I've split them apart over the years, and now I must have, I don't know, 50 giant big ones. But they do get out of hand. They are great space fillers. If you've got space, you know, you wouldn't put them in a small garden, they'll take over. So I tried doing what they do in Argentina, which is where the pampas grass, I believe, comes from, and burning them. And I tried burning one. That was fun. Whoosh, up we go. I think the oak tree is going with it. Anyway, I burned it back. It didn't really come back, but it's over there. It's come back, but somebody told me it would come back stronger because of the ash, you know, from the fire itself. It hasn't. It did not like it. But then we're in the UK, not Argentina. So I muller them down with the hedge trimmer. So you've got to wait for all the dry. That's the last bit that's gone, the last bit. So what I want to do now is I want to just show you one of my worst enemies I have. You would think, yes, it's C19. For me, it's not as bad as C19, but it's really annoying. I can't seem to get rid of them. I've tried everything, gas, the lot. I'll show you what I mean. They're shocking things. If you like lawns, you won't like these. Now this is a damage you can get overnight. Here is ones I've slammed down before. He's dug this up last night, but he's moving that way on a tunnel system. I'll show you. This one's going lighter, it's dried out. If you look at the texture of it, move along here. Here's his tunnel under here. This is slightly darker, and there you can see is where I squashed it down before, months ago. And here is his latest area, just there, which is just dark, wet clay soil. So he's going to get flattened, which does in fact leave me with patches over here, like this, which I can then seed, and eventually, that's right, they still come back and attack me. At the moment, I'm going to flatten these, squash their tunnels, and hope I squash the mole with it. Now, I know there's mole catching experts out there saying, well mate, just get yourself some mole traps. Oh, you mean these mole traps? I see, okay, yes, I have possibly exhausted the world's stock of mole traps. I've tried most things. I put camphor tablets down there, I put those smoke tablets down there. They are, bring the smoke on buddy, it doesn't bother them one bit. But I'll just show you how these mole traps do work. I have caught, yes, over 12 years, two moles in these. I've had one with a fork as well, one I've whacked with a shovel. And yeah, they're basically they're on a spring like this, so people know, because other people have moles as well. I put gloves on because I have enough time bashing my fingers and nails, don't I? You've probably seen that in the films. Then you fold this lever around the back and you put it on a little hook. I'm going to be very careful showing you this. Okay, the same happens this side. I'm not going to do this side. So that's loaded, ready and sprung. This is the trigger or the trip. That is for Mr. Mole to go through. So you dig a hole in the line of the tunnels, let's say like this. You normally put the piece of earth you've cut off the top, because they like the dark, over the top of the trap, but without blocking the spring action. So along comes Mr. Mole, right? He just comes along. Here's Mr. Mole. Look, children, just imagine this is not a stick, it's Mr. Mole. Mr. Mole comes along. Oh, I do like Mr. Graeme's worms in his garden. I think I'll just dig it up. He gets through here, just through there, and when he digs and trips this trigger, no more mole. So that's how that works, and the same the other end. So you can get a mole coming this way, you can get one coming that way. I wonder, are there any mole catchers out there using the traps that have ever had a double? One coming this way and one coming that way. Let us know in the comments. Right. A few more jobs to do around the house, and then hopefully it'll be lunchtime. Not that I'm a foodie. And I'm going to get my bike, I think. I'll tell you what we call the river walk. We have no idea what it is. We just call it the river walk because it suits me to walk near a river. I just like to be drawn near water, especially in these times, trying times or what. The weather's superb. Just wait till it's not good weather. I will back here. I'll be putting my own head in one of these mole traps. So this is one of my log stores. As you can see in here, I've got a huge amount of sacks left. This would generally have gone through one winter, all this stuff. Logs, bits of pallet wood, anything that burns are combustible. In the wood department, leftovers from my pallet wood projects, many pallet wood projects. This winter has been wet and horrible, not been freezing cold, so I'm lucky I've got another whole year's worth of supply left here. What I've got here is the actual, might be slightly damper wood that I've had in the greenhouse, super dried that, so that now comes into the store and we should be set. And I've got another shed round here. And in here, even more logs. I'm not buying any, it's all left over on the property, stuff that's blown down, trees that have gone down, branches that's gone down. I like trees, and I've got some more pallet wood there drying. So I'm okay for at least another year. And there's loads of kindling wood all chopped up ready. With that easy access. There we go. Now over here, people, in the UK, there's talk of trying to stop you using log burners. What? About the last only enjoyment many of us have got left, and sometimes a necessity, because there are wood burning Arga stoves that people do cooking on and also heat their water with. So how mad is that? They can keep burning the Amazon rainforest, but they want to stop a tiny little box of wood being burnt. Madness. But I can remember, I think it was the NRA, the National Rifle Association in the States, when they were talking about banning everything over there. I think it was Charlton Heston who said, yes, you can take my gun from my cold dead hand. Very dramatic, but he was a good actor. All I can say is, you can take my log burner from my hot burnt hand. Honestly, I think it's going to be one of the last things to go. Are we still going to be using it? The answer is, I think so. Ask some of the other people who have log burners. They are so warm, efficient, friendly. They just draw you, especially in the winter. Right, nearly ready for lunch. I think there are going to be people that say, why do you have a lilac wheelbarrow? I painted it. Would you steal a lilac wheelbarrow? Don't think so. Well folks, I'm out on my 1 hour lunch break. I've done my jobs at home. And the wind's come up. It is due to change the weather. I'm on a different section wood. I was going to cycle and I thought, no, I can just march this one. So I'm out on what we call, I call it the river walk. That's what we call it, the river walk. Eventually we go near a piece of river. Not many people out. I have to say, it's hardly surprising. Quite a lot of cyclists. Cycling is the way. I think that's the way to go. So I'm in the woods at the moment because it is breezy and this mic's not great in the wind. But you can see I'm holding it up there and I'm right in the depths of the woods. It will be a bit noisy, but I'm going to put some clips together, play a bit of music, just a few shots. Might make all you guys feel a bit better. Because look, today is, doesn't matter when this film goes up, today's the 3rd day. And I'm just feeling it today. The last 2 days have been really, really busy. And then it's sort of, I think it's sinking in a bit. Is this going to be the rest of our life? And I did see something, no, I don't want to drag anybody down. Was it the UN saying it's a threat to humanity? Humanity, I don't like the sound, the H word, humanity, because that includes me. It's a bit worrying, it is a bit worrying, but listen, let's have a bit of music, some nice traditional English countryside, and make us all uplifted. I'll probably walk along here and tread straight in a cow pat. So one of the pet gripes I've had is the amount of ivy growing up trees, especially oak trees. And because in windy conditions and wet soil, I think that ivy is everywhere. It seems to have really increased since I was a youngster. And that just blows the trees over. So I think there's a huge invasion of ivy. Just here is a fisherman's bend, what I call a fisherman's bend. It'd be all private fishing for sure, but what a bend. Take a look at this. All you fishermen out there, check this one out. Lovely stretch, but there's obviously a seat there. There's a bird feeder over at the back, probably for pheasants or ducks, I don't know. That bend is a classic. I would want to be fishing up there by that big tree stump, running a float down here, stick float all the way down around this bend. Looks like sort of chub. Who knows, barbel, might be trout. Wow, that was a pretty good walk. But I tell you what, the highlight of the day was, aside from the weather and another staggering sunset. That's 3 in a row. I mean, unbelievable fishing weather. But I tell you what was the success of the day. I'm calling it my flambéed banana with pancakes and a drizzle. Right, well, actually it's a bit more than the drizzle of honey over the top. My God, that was absolutely superb. That is one I've got to tell Mike about on the Bushcraft Show. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that one. That was a nice little walk. It's just going around looking at the countryside and picking up some nice shots and getting a feeling that, you know, you want to think there is some hope out there, and you want to think there's some hope out there. When you see the news, it doesn't seem very hopeful at the moment. So guys, thanks for watching TA Fishing. Don't forget to subscribe and hit Mike's TA Outdoor Show. He's putting films up as well. He's going to be doing stuff probably from his house, using that as a base. So we're both working. He's down in Somerset, I'm up in Hampshire. We're both working away trying to put stuff up, keep you guys interested. Look, I've got to have to put one fishing film a week up. That's going to be it, you know, that's all I can do. Going to try and space them out for you. I've got plenty, but I want to space them out. Anyway, the other thing you could do, why not, if you think this sort of thing just takes people's minds off the mayhem that's going through the world at the moment, you know, if you're really into it, you can just copy and paste the link. The link is at the top of, if you look at the video page like this, at the top there's all that gobbledygook. Do they call it a hyperlink? I don't know, somebody tell me. You just highlight it, copy, go into emails, send it to Auntie Mabel, paste, obviously, with a link, say to them, "Dear Auntie Mabel, here's a film that I think you might find interesting. It might take your mind off the virus or whatever." It's just a bit of fun, isn't it, at the end of the day? TV is appalling. For me, I rarely watch it. Watch the news and that's it. So guys, stay safe out there. You know the saying, stay safe out there. SSOT. So SSOT out there. We'll see you next time. I'm going to go again. I can't imagine this weather's going to hold up much longer. It's a superb sunset, but we'll see you again. I just keep doing this in my sleep. See you again.